Jura's just the most incredible place. It's wild and free and spontaneous and obviously beautiful. It really feels like a remote place when you get here. You arrive on a wee ferry, there's a little single-track road, there's 200 fantastic people who live on the island. There's a shop, there's a hotel and a bar, there's a church, a distillery, there's a doctor, there's a school. But other than that, there's just a lot of nature, and you really feel like you're in the middle of something that's a lot bigger than you. You know, the natural forms, the tides and weather, the colours ever changing on the hillsides. You really feel like you're just temporary inhabitants in this place that will just go on forever.
Fire on the water, red restless blue. Write down all the words I know to be true. Shimmering shadows, I can't see your face. Distant as a memory, vivid as a taste.
The first thing I did on Jura was I spent 3 years as a builder, building this place. So this whole building that we're in now didn't exist. It was just like a bog out the back of the old cottage. It was just an incredible time, camping out, me and my dog, working with my hands every day, making somewhere to live, somewhere to work. But by the time I'd finished the building, I really was ready just to sort of launch into the music. One of the things I've enjoyed about the music has been the combination of really quite sort of almost like humble instruments and improvised performances with the more structured elements as well. I mean, it makes me laugh that I'm, recording a simple harmonica alongside a 12-piece string ensemble. It seems to make sense to me here to do that type of thing. The difficult bit is actually just getting to some simplicity that seems obvious. It isn't always obvious, but this place has really helped me in that process, in that it helps you weed things out. It helps you notice things that are important and makes quite clear to you the things that actually have come from the wrong place.
Contrary to forecasts and popular predictions, a strong sun greets this gentle morn. Having signal intent with seaweed and satellites, the storm didn't come.
I'm so so lucky. I've had this connection with this amazing island all my life. My grandfather Bobby really fell in love with Jura when he fell in love with my grandmother. He worked in the shipyard in Port Glasgow, where he also led the territorial band, and he met my granny, who was a Jura girl. So he came and really fell in love with Jura in the same way as I guess I had, and he wrote some songs about Jura which are still sung to this day on the island. So I sort of feel like I'm following in his footsteps a little bit.
And as you come to your last breath, imagine that it's Jura.
The music came out initially when I was living down in London. They were just simple notes on the piano. I mean, the first notes that came out were actually the first notes on the album, the song called Your Halo. And those notes have never changed since that night. It was about 7 years ago. And when I heard those notes, it sounded to me like Jura was calling to me. And actually, it ended up being the reason that I gave up everything and came and lived here.